Hello all, this is part 7 of FRC Programming Guide. Today we'll be covering inheritance, overriding, and polymorphism for classes. As always, here's the link and the QR code to our training website. Feel free to check it out if you want to learn more. So inheritance allows the children classes, which are subclasses, to inherit the features of parent classes. And this is useful for you don't have to rewrite all your code, and also for polymorphism, which will be discussed later. So if you want to determine whether or not a class should inherit another class, it should probably make sense first of all. Like if I have a class of a car, then a logical child class would be a Ferrari or a Jeep, not like an adult human. So you can see here, the parent class would be person, and the person has its own constructor and some various methods. And then the child class would be a firefighter, and to declare a subclass you have to use the extends keyword. So firefighter extends person. So the firefighter, you can see here, it has a constructor, and the super keyword basically calls the parent class's constructor, this constructor, which defines the name, age, and job. In this case, the firefighter will call the same constructor, but its job is a firefighter, and it has a new variable called number of houses saved, so you have to update that in this constructor as well. And it also has its own methods as well. One thing to keep in mind is that the subclass will inherit the parent class's functions. So the firefighter also has the greet, and then this one, which is overriding it, and then the get name. So it'll have those three in addition to its two additional functions. You can see here, person 2 is a firefighter, and the firefighter is also allowed to use the greet stuff. And overriding is basically where you take a parent class's function and replace it with your own stuff. So it's the exact same function name, but all you have to do is just change the code. And you want to use an @override to let people know, to let the readers know that you're overriding the class. And it also tells Java to check the function to see if it's actually overriding something. This helps make sure that you are correctly overriding your methods. So you can see here, I can override the greet method, so I can call the greet method, and then I add on an additional printout that they have saved that number of houses. Polymorphism is basically an object taking on multiple forms. So you can see this greet method here is normally associated with the person class. However, you can also pass in a firefighter object because a firefighter is a child class of person. So the firefighter can use all the person's methods. So this allows you to have one general broad method, and you can pass in multiple different classes, which will each do multiple different things. So you can see here, you can do person1 dot greet person2. So you say Bob will say hi to Bill, and then yeah. So this is just an assignment for later. And this is an example of how this assignment, how overriding and inheritance would apply to FRC programming. So as always, thank you for listening.